Can we speak on Bhakti Yoga?
Bhakti Yoga is a yoga of love and devotion for God. And here at the ashram, we are involved in what is called Sampoorna Yoga. It's an integration of the 6 main systems of yoga. You have Hatha Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Gyan Yoga, and Nada Yoga. In all the systems of yoga, you find bhakti or devotion is very necessary. Even as you're practicing your asana, pranayama, and so on, there is this element of devotion that is basic, fundamental practice or attitude towards your practice. So, the main goal of yoga is to experience your divinity, that you are divine, you're the spirit, the soul, the Atman. And everything that we are doing that we call yoga is helping to refine and purify the 3 bodies and all the systems in these 3 bodies. And as we continue to do this, then you're able to experience this self on a higher level, or the self is able to express on a purer and more expansive way. In order for this to take place, the disciplines that we are involved in, helping to really work on the mind to develop focus, concentration, and purity of the mind. Bhakti Yoga is a very practical and way to achieve this. Shankaracharya said that the devotion of all the systems of yoga, the path of devotion is easiest. But he also qualified what bhakti is. Bhakti is the earnest search and seeking to know the self, who you really are. So even this practice of bhakti yoga, it is not just a superstitious and involvement in it, but it's a systematic path to help you to purify the mind and to really get more and more established in that state of sattva. We're chanting the name of God, and that in itself is a devotional expression. And you chant the name of God, bhajan, kirtan, shlokas, mantras. All of this is really raising the vibration in your body, in your mind, from a lower level to a higher level. And so it becomes yoga. So all these systems and disciplines, devotion is very necessary. Devotion to your unfoldment of who you are, your divinity. The use of ideals like Jesus, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, these ideals, and your guru also, it is easy to express your love and devotion for these ideals. And by doing that, it helps to uplift the mind, to keep the mind on that sattvic, pure, high level. So these are ideals that we refer to or relate to as God. So devotion to God. And for each of the ideal, there is a name or a mantra. So saturating your mind with the mantra chanting the mantra, do japa, which is continuous repetition of the mantra when you sit for meditation. And at other times when you're involved in your daily activities, work, if it's not intensive, that demands your total concentration, then you can chant the name of God. For instance, if you're working in the garden, it's a good opportunity to chant the name of God, Bhakti, and so on. So there are different steps to Bhakti. You chant the name, you do puja, you do worship of God, whoever your Ishta Devata is, your ideal, you study the teachings of that aspect of the divine. And it helps to develop love and devotion for that aspect. In fact, in Raja Yoga, meditation is defined as the continuous flow of thoughts towards God. And in this way, your mind is continuously being purified, and you will experience that bliss. Normally, we're all seeking happiness. We want to be happy. And so we're involved or existing mainly on the three levels: the survival mode, which is represented as the Muladhara chakra, and then the pleasure mode, which is expressed as the Swadhisthana chakra, and then the power, the mode of power, that is the, what chakra is it? Manipura chakra. In these three levels we experience pleasure. If you go a little above that, touching the Anahata chakra, expressing love in an unconditional form, then you experience bliss instead of just pleasure. Then you continue like that, and unfolding consciousness until this individual consciousness, which is represented as the individual self, as a Shakti, uniting back with the beloved Shiva or God, then you experience fullness. So all these systems that we are involved with, the Hatha Yoga, to help you to gain and maintain good health. Good health is necessary for any kind of endeavor, any kind of practice, doing your duty, all of that. And health is very important. So Hatha Yoga, the involvement of proper exercise, proper breathing, proper relaxation, proper diet, positive thinking, integrating these 5 main practices, you'll find that you will gain good health and you maintain it also. To sit for meditation, we say Raja Yoga is the yoga of meditation. It's really the yoga of the study of the mind and learn how to control it, to learn how to discipline the senses and purify the mind. To sit with the body not distracting you, you need a complete overhaul or regeneration of the body, to remove all the stiffness and tension so that you can sit comfortably for meditation. Hatha Yoga is necessary, or is very helpful. Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless service, or the yoga that helps you to be involved in action that continue to refine, elevate you. So the word karma means action. We are acting all the time, 24 hours a day. But with some knowledge, you will be involved in the action with higher awareness to help you to rise above laziness, tamas, and so on, and then to be more dynamic, more efficient, and then from there you find that you will be able to direct that activity not just for your own self, but for the benefit of the humanity. Karma Yoga. This is also a very devotional path. If you don't have love for the divine, love for humanity, then this expression will not be there. You're 24 hours a day, you will only be thinking about yourself, piling up more and more greed, selfishness, and so on in your personality. So, Bhakti Yoga, love and devotion for God. People relate to this according to their own level of consciousness. Eventually, when you get to understand really the deeper and the higher relationship to God, then you find that it helps you to be more loving, more kind, and generous, and so on. Gyan Yoga, the yoga of self-inquiry, who am I, what am I, and so on. This helps to take you away from the rise above illusion, delusion, superstition, and to live a life with higher awareness of your divine self, your higher self. And Nada Yoga is a very practical way to help you to evolve, to rise above sadness, depression, anxiety, restlessness. Using music in the spirit of Nada Yoga help you to connect with your higher self, divine vibration, and so on. So integrating these 6 main systems, we call it Sampoorna Yoga.
Om Mata, Om Mata, Om Shri Mata, Jagat Mata.
Om Mata, Om Mata, Om Shri Mata, Jagat Mata.
Om Mata, Om Mata, Om Shri Mata, Jagatam